nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two. Are you ready?
Welcome to Free For All Friday. We are back again. If you missed us, it didn't take long, right? It was only, 4 days before we got back here. I am joined by some of the sexiest mofos in the business. To my right,
in his face.
to my right, I got Tricky Ricky. On the bottom, I got Chucky Manson, owner and operator of ATCW. I got Scotty, who we put perfectly right in the middle, right in the middle. That way, we stay balanced. And the blank screen there is going to be the famous Hunter Cole, brand new ATCW. What belt is that?
It's the cruiserweight belt.
Cruiserweight belt. And we got Winter, who needs her hair done.
Hi, Autumn.
That's Winter. Winter. And she cannot hear you. I'm sorry. I was interrupting you. Please shut the door. She told me to calm down. I'm out of control. She's not used to all this yelling. Hunter is back. Hunter Cole, welcome. First time on Hardway Wrestling.
And he's out.
Okay, so Hunter has the iPhone 3. And he is Shh, I need you to shut the door, please. Thank you. So if you like Hunter, please like, share, subscribe, whatever you call it. So a lot to cover here today. First off, we're going to cover more CM Punk news. So on Monday, here's what we knew on Monday. We knew that Jack Perry decided he was going to go into business for himself and say something into the camera that kind of provoked CM Punk. So match is over. Perry heads in the back to Gorilla or Mongo or whatever they're calling it, and basically says to CM Punk, "How you like me now?" And then CM Punk, he doesn't take kindly to that kind of stuff. They got into a little altercation. Stuff was thrown around. Tony Khan got run into during the situation. So where are we, Ricky? Where are we right now on that CM Punk situation? Have we learned anything new?
Well, there was some speculation that Miro had also said something to Punk, but it turns out it was just in passing as a joke. They were supposedly Miro said something to Punk, and Punk said, "What, you don't like me now too, or you want to fight me too?" And it was kind of, he insinuated that they were going to take that outside, but again, that was just said as a joke, so nothing there. I would love to see Miro stomp the absolute mud out of Punk, but so Punk and Perry both suspended. We've got All Out in Punk's hometown coming this Saturday or Sunday, and don't know what's going on right now with the two of them. Obviously, Punk was it looked as if he was going to be in the main event of this card, possibly defending his idiotic spray-painted world title against Ricky Starks.
All right, so you're saying the Miro thing was
fake. It was just a joke.
Okay, so they were both sent home. Perry was sent home. Punk was sent home. I read a report today that Samoa Joe had to talk CM Punk down off of the ledge because CM Punk was going to quit. Right? Yes, CM Punk was going to quit.
Tony was in a panic mode. They were trying.
Let him go.
Tony was in panic mode. They were trying to get a replacement for the opening match. They were trying to get new pyro set up and all of this. Joe basically saved the day on that one to get Punk to actually do his job and actually perform his match. They were both sent home afterwards. Tony Khan and CM Chump seemed their relationship is probably about squashed at this point. Uh, Tony just needs to step the hell up and just put him in his damn place. Say, just get your shit right. Stop starting shit with the talent backstage, or just get the fuck out. He's a cancer.
Well,
Morale in the locker room does not need that.
So Chucky, as a guy who owns a wrestling organization, we have talked about this a million times, you and I. Your opinion on something like this?
He is not just like a little speck of skin cancer. He's like fucking testicular cancer. He is a mess. Every time something happens in that locker room, somehow CM Punk seems to be in the center of it. This is not good for any organization, whether it's whether it's a wrestling organization or a regular business, a 7-Eleven. If there's someone in there who's acting like that and it's causing drama for the whole place, why? Why keep him around? You told me earlier, but he sells tickets. At what cost, bro? At what cost is he selling tickets?
Well, I think it wears a lot of people out. I think that's where we're at with this pay-per-view. I don't know how well this pay-per-view. I know Dynamite. I saw a picture from Dynamite, and Scotty, I don't know if you saw this picture from Dynamite, where like half of this one side of the arena was completely empty. Yeah.
Well, I've heard that's most of their televised events.
No.
They're usually sold out.
Yeah, Ricky and I have been to a Baltimore and a DC one, and they're
usually always sold out.
This was last year.
Yeah.
This was last year.
Well, you know why he's going back to Chicago.
Well, they were drawing a crowd in Chicago before. Chicago is a wrestling town. Yeah. Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, they are wrestling towns. Hoboken, New Jersey, wrestling town. Regina, Canada.
You know, all right, fellas, so quick question for you. Do you think that CM Punk's suspension is lifted before this pay-per-view on Sunday? Just because it's in his hometown? Do you think Tony folds his nuts and gives in?
Investigation where they had their own legal team do it. And I heard a quote one time saying that when the investigation is in-house, you probably shouldn't trust it because, you know,
supposedly
it's everybody.
From what I read, there was Wembley Stadium apparently has a shit ton of cameras in their backstage area around that stadium. So I'm kind of just waiting for this footage to be leaked.
I highly doubt that. Mega, the lawyer, I guarantee you she's put stuff in place already to completely stop anything getting, because look at what happened the last time around they had an incident like this. Nobody has talked since then. Bucks haven't said a word. Omega hasn't said a word. Punk hasn't. And you know Punk. If Punk could say something legally without getting in trouble, he would have by now. So they put legal stuff in.
Didn't he say he was where the hell he was in a world full of counterfeit bucks? Hasn't he taken a shot at the Bucks before? Or since he came back?
In some ways, yes, but
so
like I look at
that shit. That's really no different than Perry saying, look, real glass.
But here's the thing about it, and let's back the story up for a sec, because here's what I've been reading about. With the Punk situation at Collision, here's what happened. producers, agents, staff of TBS and TNT were all there that night, and they were all telling Jack Perry, "No, don't do this. We're not going to allow you
Not
to
true. That story is not true. He got it authorized to do the glass, and Punk came in and said, "No, we don't do that here." So it was authorized by It was authorized by the Help me out.
Promoters, agents.
Thank you. The agents. Yes, it was authorized by the agents. Thank you. And then Punk came through and put his Vince McMahon on it.
Okay, so here's my question, and I first of all, I don't think they're going to bring him back because, according to everything I've heard, Khan's offered refunds for people who didn't want to go because Punk wasn't there. Number two, who is Punk to tell a match before or after him what he can do in their match?
Well, I
who
think,
is Punk?
Yeah.
Who is Punk to say,
I think that's part of Punk's deal. I think they told him, hey, we want you to be the locker room leader. We want you to run Collision. Honestly, Collision has been the best thing AEW has had.
Yeah.
Right? Dynamite was starting to fall.
Show. It's been a really solid show.
Yeah, it really had. I think the week that they ran up against WrestleMania was trash. But other than that, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
That wasn't Mania. It was
not Mania, but SummerSlam. Yeah. So Hunter, before we lose you again, you're a backroom talent. You're a wrestler. You're a talent in the back. When you see a guy that obviously is out of control, and what do you do as a talent? How do you attack that? Do you try to communicate with him? Do you stay out of his way? I mean, how do you handle it? Because you had a situation here recently. Oh boy. Okay.
And he's gone.
We can't hear you.
Give up.
Dude, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Go ahead and back out and then come back in, and we'll get back. We'll get you as soon as you come back on, if you can.
For the 780th time.
No worries. Hey, so Tim, so before he comes back on, just real quick, you got a guy like this. He sells you tickets. You know, what do you do with a guy like this? What do you do? Honestly,
I personally don't want him there. And you know, because you've been in there, the way my locker room operates is if people don't get along, they stay. There's no heat in my locker room whatsoever. None. It's not allowed. It's not wanted. I don't care how many tickets you sell. If you rub the whole locker room the wrong way, you are not welcome.
All right, Hunter's back. So give us what you think, Hunter. I mean, you got a guy that's in your locker room that totally upsets the whole apple cart. What do you do with that kind of guy? Do you stay close to him? Do you distance yourself? What do you do, Hunter?
It's a very hard decision because they're on TV. We're talking pay-per-view. Millions of people are watching. And in my opinion, it seemed like Punk involved himself in a match he had nothing to do with, wasn't involved, and just wanted to say, hey, that's not how wrestling is. But if we're going with toxicity in the locker room, if it's not that bad to that point, usually we'll tell his friends or that wrestler's friends, like, hey, you got to get your boy because he's upsetting a lot of people and it's not going to look good on anyone.
So you would go through other wrestlers that are close to that talent and say, hey, talk them down a little bit. Let's get this taken care of.
Yeah, because if I say something to you, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. What the heck do I know? But if you hear it from a friend or someone you trust, then you'll actually take it in consideration.
Gotcha. Now that's a good way. That's a good way to handle it. You don't think throwing the belt in the middle of the ring and yelling "I quit" and not letting the guy get the pin for the world title is that the way to go? Or
no, I do not think putting your foot on a guy who's trying to give you a push and taking that as the 3 is the way to do it. No, I don't think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah. So we talked about it on Monday about the situation we had in the TCW locker room. And there's a lot of different dynamics with that situation, and we don't have to go back into it again. But Hunter is a mainstay at TCW, and he knows the certain guy in that we're talking about. And I mean, was this surprising that this guy kind of lost his mind?
No, not at all, one bit.
So you saw this coming,
man. The bets in the locker room was not if it would go bad, but how bad would it go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not good.
it was actually, when that whole situation happened, again, I'm sitting on commentary. I'm an outsider. I'm not a TCW guy, a normal TCW guy. I've been there twice. And then when that shit went down and he mentions ATCW, like I'm an ATCW guy in the building. Chucky's an ATCW guy in the building. Grizzly O, who left, right? We're at a disadvantage. So we honestly didn't know how that was going to play. Because I was like, well, I'm going to the back. I'm going to find out whether they're going to just try to waffle stomp me or, how they feel. And you guys were all behind AK for this whole thing. So kudos to you guys for choosing the right path and not killing Manager of the Year, Jonathan Cross.
We could have all hoped.
Yeah,
There's a way to
Jonathan
go
Cross
about it,
goes down,
and
then Izzy's
it was
gonna
not that
finally
way.
Lose.
Yeah. Again, when you walked out of it, when you had AK's vest and you shot this look at me when I was sitting on commentary, I was like, yo, Hunter is mad as fuck. Hunter is so mad right now. And I was like, well, I guess we're going to have to – I guess I'm picking this belt up.
At you. I was not mad at you. I wasn't mad. I was mad at Superstar.
Yeah. No, I see that. So
because we had been told the Firehouse is a family show. It's family oriented. Even our hardcore guys understand that. So when our big champ, our savior of the masses, grabs a mic and says the N-word, says F-U, F-A-K, that's not more than an N-word, and just there goes the Firehouse.
Yeah.
There goes
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, I don't remember hearing that. I remember him dropping the F-bomb a couple times, and actually he was doing it when I was in the ring doing AK's entrance. He was yelling, "Get this motherfucker out of here!" Blah blah blah, and I was like, "You're such a piece of shit." The sad thing is, and I don't know if I've told Tim, I've told my girlfriend, I think the guy's got some potential, right? Not a ton of potential because he's got 2 left feet and he needs a ton of training, but the guy's got a decent look and he's okay as a promo, but I've seen a fucking million times worse, right? I've seen a million times worse. So I always look at these guys, like we have another guy that we have guys that I always feel like have a ton of potential. And Tim's like, fuck them, get them out of here. But I'm always, cup half full kind of with these guys because I know what wrestling means to a lot of you. Like, this is your life. This is what you guys dream for, whether you go anywhere with it or whatever. This is what you guys do. And I feel bad when this kind of stuff happens, but honestly, Superstar, that fucking guy had it coming. He really had it coming. And I'm surprised. There was 2 ways that guy was leaving. Well, 3. His car, an ambulance, or an ambulance.
Or a body bag.
Yeah, so he had the world against him. I actually believe that the firemen were going to pull out the hose.
So let me say something. There was a meeting before that show, and all respect to TCW, and I don't want to disrespect them at all.
Yeah, we love KG Red. We love KG Red, by the way.
Yeah, but when everybody's there except for this one superstar, why is this okay? Why is that okay?
Yeah.
To me, the meeting before a show, and Scott's been there, and I kick him out for the meeting. That's the most, besides the actual wrestling, that's the most important part of a show to me, is the meeting beforehand. When I tell you the rules, when I do what I do,
I show my guys respect, and I think because I show my guys respect, they respect me back.
Yeah.
I feel like
he
that was the
showed
point
no
where I
respect to the
realized.
promoter at all.
I realized at that point, because he wasn't in the room, that nobody gave a shit about him, and he didn't give a shit about anybody. So that's how I knew that going in. So anyway,
It's just the old saying, it's not about me, it's about we. He really thought that whole show and everything was about him and for him, and this was his big moment, and that's what ruined it. He got in his own head, and he thought he was the greatest thing ever, and he ruined it.
you shut the door. Thank
That's my next ex-wife he just kissed.
you.
Here's the thing.
That is
Hunter,
the woman of my dinner.
Hunter,
Make me a
you won a
sandwich.
belt.
Oh,
you
she's
won.
still here.
You won a belt at ATCW last show, and the show
Round
never
of applause
became.
for Hunter
Yeah.
Cole winning the belt from AK. I don't know where he's going. He can just fucking leave.
He's going to get the belt. I think,
He can
'cause he's-
piss on him in that belt. This is absolutely
He could-
ridiculous. First
he
off,
could
you brought
probably-
this up. Now you're making me
He's
mad.
got to pull it out from under his pillow because he's probably been sleeping with
Oh,
it.
you know what? The jizz stains that are all over this fucking belt right now
Oh Jesus!
are just
I'm so glad.
unbelievable. Suck
See,
it.
there it is.
Get that fucking belt out of here.
Anyway, at no point did that show become the Hunter Cole show.
No.
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 The
No,
The
what,
5 or 6
Hunter, what
minutes-
did you say to me? What did you say to me in the back?
A
When
lot.
after you celebrated, you said first thing you did was that too much?
Yeah.
Right? He was worried about that he looked like a dumbass. I was like, no way, dude, that was your moment. When I hear stuff like that, the first thing I think was, this guy's not for himself. He should have laid down. He should have laid down in the middle of the ring where he belonged, but he didn't. Whatever. It's whatever.
Laid down in the middle of the
AK's
ring
a
like
cheater.
Izzy Stone.
AK's not a cheater. AK was cheated by that prick Brandon. I'm not getting into it. My lawyer says. My lawyer says.
Tim, if that idiot Izzy Stone wins the 304, I'm challenging that asshole. I'm taking him down. I'm gonna be the Brock Lesnar to his Undertaker.
I got news for you. We're winning the 304. We're winning the 704. We're winning the 848. I don't care. Throw whatever 3 digits at Jeremy Stone. All you need to know that he is undefeated. So that's all we know. And Hunter, hold on to that belt real tight, bro. Hold on to that belt real tight. Because if we want it, we'll take it.
I've taken shits bigger than
John,
Jeremy Stone.
Why didn't they take it before? What happened all before?
Well, first off, I was attacked. Unprovokingly, by the way, attacked by somebody that's not even a wrestler. He shouldn't even be in the ring. He's got like arthritis in his elbow. We can only get his arm down so far, right?
I wish I had popcorn instead of shrimp.
And you leave
by
the
the
Iron
way,
Ref alone, man. That's the greatest ref I've ever seen.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had something loaded in his hand too. Yeah, I think he grabbed the hold of my hair. Like, it's ridiculous, the stuff I had to go through that night.
I saw a bald guy calling you Baldy during that match too. That made no sense.
Zero. I'm glad you said that. I looked at him. I was like, well, what am I supposed to say to this guy? He has no teeth and no hair. It's like a double. He's fucking West Virginia.
Pot meat kettle.
Right? He said, "You too bald." Or he was balder than me. he had ingrown hairs. That's how bald he was.
Man,
Fucking guy.
you're lucky to.
You notice how
out
quiet
with
Ricky
colostomy
is, right?
bag.
Yeah, Ricky's smart. Ricky's not gonna pull off his cap.
I gotta shave again, man. My
No,
hair
he's got
goes
hat
back too
hair.
Fucking quick.
He's got hat hair. He's got ear hair is what he's got coming out of there.
Yeah, that's what he's got. He's got more hair in his ear than he has on his head.
All right, let's get into our payback.
Yeah, we gotta get to the pay-per-view now.
Payback. We got 2 pay-per-views here to zip through here real quick. Thanks again, Hunter Cole, for being on here. Just in case you drop off in the middle here, because I think it doesn't seem like you want to be here. You keep disappearing. I know you're making love to that belt every time that screen goes black. That's the first thing I think. Screen goes black. Hunter Cole's pants come down. That's all I can think of.
Working on my Shawn Michaels pose with it.
Oh,
Do a
shit.
calendar.
You know what's funny though? You know how many people have taken pictures with all these belts with no pants on?
Probably a lot.
Oh my god!
So you do
I
what
need
you
to
want.
talk about it.
You do what you want. But if you end up touching tips with somebody, that's on you.
Yeah.
Been with AK for a year. God
Just
knows
know that
what
you're
happens to it.
Eskimo brothers with AK and Tomahawk and Chucky Manson probably. Oh
Chucky Manson was a cruiserweight.
no, but he humps all the belts.
Okay, I'm a belt mark. I understand.
He was a cruiserweight at birth. That's about it.
I did a few years ago drop down to make weight for a tournament we had,
Cool.
and then
And
I
then he
lost
was out in the first round.
out in the first round.
Right, because it is not about Chucky Manson. It is about ATCW and all those idiots in the locker room. All right, let's go. Let's hit
Payback.
this payback. Does anybody got the payback card up?
Negative.
Okay,
Negative
I got it up
juice.
here. Give me 1 second here.
You're our
2,
source
3,
guy.
4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 matches.
For the
I feel like
PLE.
7 or 8.
Yeah, I see 7, right? I think 7. We can do the count later. All right, so we got LA Knight versus The Miz. This is like LA Knight's first real, like, whatever. I mean, Bray Wyatt was kind of his guy, his first real fight. But this time he's got The Miz. Now LA Knight's kind of known. LA Knight is like the most over guy in the company. Everybody's saying his name, LA Knight. And he's facing the guy that well, I don't know if anybody really likes The Miz anymore, right? I mean,
I don't think anybody ever really liked The Miz.
Calm down. You're
Okay,
talking
Hunter.
about my favorite wrestler.
Hunter,
there.
tell me how much you don't know about wrestling by telling me how much you like The Miz.
So the
You gotta
Miz
be
was the
kidding me,
first
right?
person that ever made me tune into Monday Night Raw to see someone get beat up. He was the first heel that I watched weekly going, someone's going to get him.
Man,
So that's why I love The Miz. He gets perfect heat. He does nothing unnecessary in the ring. And even though he's on a massive losing streak, he's more over than anyone else other than LA Knight or anyone with a belt.
Okay, so all right, so how news? You give your opinion, then we're gonna ask you who do you pick, The Miz or
Yeah.
You taking?
I gotta go LA Knight for the push.
Okay, LA Knight for the push. Scotty, you heard your youth and inexperience. Now give him the wisdom of many people.
I mean, I'm about 20 people just in this one body, so
Oh,
yeah.
Chihuahua.
But
So many people he ate. Sorry.
so here's the thing.
Like a river, Jordan.
Uh,
Go ahead. No, be nice to Scotty Day.
Here's my take on Miz. All right, Frogface. I like when he started out. He was kind of I didn't like him. His career, he's had his ups and downs, but this thing with LA Knight, I am digging. I am digging what LA is doing, and I'm digging what Miz is doing. They are both very well established as of this point, and I think this is going to be a really good match, and I'm picking LA for the win.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
Go ahead, Timmy. Chucky. Sorry.
I can't believe that you dislike The Miz, like legit. He's probably one of the hardest workers in the business. And remember, 20 years ago, that whole promo he cut
On Enzo?
LA Talk when he told LA Star, what were you playing wrestler, all of this, when actually it was him 25 years ago on Road Rules who had the cardboard belt over his shoulder and doing it.
I think it's funny that you said LA Star.
LA Knight, sorry.
LA Knight.
LA something.
Willie and LA would be appreciative if you put them in the same category.
But I don't know. I love The Miz, but we all know it's time for a push for LA Knight. The fans have been begging for it. I can tell you this much: if Vince was still in charge, Miz would be over.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky. Ricky, what say you?
Miz is probably the perfect guy to put LA Knight over right now. Miz is great with promos. He's a great in-ring competitor. He'll give LA Knight a really good push. I mean, could be any better of a person to give him the push right now, get him built up. So I'm definitely going with LA Knight. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not saying that I hate the Miz, right? I'm over the Miz, right? I think at times we see too much of him, and I think the best part of the Miz is the promo, because he's been before he was a wrestler, he was shooting promos on guys on the Real World and Road Rules, and so the Miz in that aspect is probably one of your better guys, and he is willing to do anything for the company. The guy's long lasting. He's been injured maybe once that I know of, or maybe twice that I know of, and probably they weren't real.
And he still stayed on TV while he did it.
Yeah, but
or whatever.
when it comes to I mean, even the impression that he did of LA Knight the other night, was like, oh, it had me, right? Stuff like that. When it gets me, I want to push for the guy who's the under guy, right? I want to push for the Miz to win this match, because honestly, I don't see LA Knight needing to win this to go any further. But first match of the night, they're gonna want to fire the fans up. They're gonna want to. This is the promoter guy talking now. They're gonna want to make everybody super happy and get them super pumped up and excited for the day. And I am definitely going with LA Knight.
There you go.
All right.
And let me add something real quick.
Yeah.
That promo Miz cut years ago with Daniel Bryan on the show after SmackDown or whatever, if you don't like him after that, I mean, that was as real as it gets, you know. And you're right.
Daniel Bryan, go back
maybe
to
it's the promos. Maybe it's the promos that has me so sold on him.
Well, I think Miz, when he does his promos, and he's real good. He's gotten real lucky from putting guys in spots with the Miz that are on the fence, right? Like the big knock on LA Knight, he's older, right? He's past his prime. I don't think so, but he's not a young superstar anymore. He's in his 40s. But when he, they had all those issues with Enzo in the locker room, and then that promo with him against Enzo, and basically he was speaking from the heart, saying about how Enzo, nobody likes him in the back room, and he knows that because he was that guy. The Miz was kicked out of the locker room. He had to change clothes in the hallway or in a broom closet. What's that?
Who kicked Miz out of the locker room again?
I believe it was the Undertaker. It was a lot of them back then.
I heard it was Orton.
Oh, it could have been Orton. Yeah, there was a lot of guys. So back in the day, he was, there's a lot of.
Off.
What's that?
He made everyone mad.
Yeah, everybody's pissed at him. So they booted him out of the locker room. Now it's a different situation now in WWE than it is now. But every time he cuts a promo, he speaks from the heart, and he's super believable. And that's when you shoot you're anytime you guys shoot a promo, I always tell just make sure it comes from here, right? We know when you don't believe it. When you cut a promo and I don't believe it, no one's going to believe it, and I'm a sucker. So, all right, next match we got a solid steel cage match. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Scotty, go ahead and give us your what do you think about this bathroom match?
Honestly, here's my take on it. I like Trish Stratus, and the fact that she can still go at her age is great. But ever since, when Becky Lynch was originally in, she was the man, and then she switched to big time backs, and she was wearing those Lady Gaga outfits, and was a really good heel. She's lost a lot of steam going back to the man gimmick, and she just, I don't know, she's not doing what I thought she was going to be doing. So I honestly don't care who wins this match, but I'm assuming they're going to put Becky over Trish because the veteran puts over the up and comer, but we'll see what happens. So
She's not even an up and comer.
Ricky,
Well,
sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead, Scotty. Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, compared to what Trish, Trish is the legend. Becky's still technically the up-and-comer compared to Trish. So that's what I was. But go ahead, Ricky.
I'm on the fence with this one, and again, I could give two shits about this match. I don't know. I've been kind of sick of Becky for a while. I hope Trish wins, but I got to go with Becky.
All right, Hunter, what you got?
It's a classic blow-off match opinion. Back in the day, they used the steel cage to end feuds a whole bunch. I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch. I wasn't into wrestling. I'm kind of young myself when I started.
How old are you, Hunter? How old are you?
Was
20, 24? How old are you?
26.
26. You're such a baby.
Wow.
Still
Yep.
mother's
Underwear.
milk on his chin.
Yeah.
But I see Becky going over in this. Trish isn't sticking around long. Becky will get the huge win and probably make a run at the belt.
All right. Timmy? Chucky?
Here's the thing. You talk about not caring about Becky. I think this whole feud has made people not care about Becky Lynch anymore. This feud has done that, in my opinion. Becky over, strong, and hopefully Trish. And listen, I appreciate everything Trish did for this business, but it's time for her to go ahead and get on her horse and ride into the sunset. Because and she's beautiful, she's everything, and women's wrestling wouldn't be where it is today without her and Lita. So again, I blame her for the lack of interest in Becky because no one cares about this feud. You put Becky in a feud with someone who people care about, it's gonna matter again.
Honestly, they should have used this feud to somehow build Zoe Stark up some too, since Trish is only hanging around for a bit and Zoe's supposed to be her underling. So,
well, I think they did. I think they did build Zoe up in the beginning, but then it became a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this match either. But in the beginning, I wanted to see Becky end it quickly, just get through this and move on to the next opponent. But Trish has steadily gotten better every week. Her promos have gotten better every week, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get into the groove of things. And I think the real Trish Stratus has come out the last couple of weeks. The thank you Trish is starting to catch on to people now, and I'd love to see Trish win this. There's no future for Trish. I can't see him doing a Lita thing where they put a belt on her at some point. But as much as I'd like to see Trish Stratus beat Becky Lynch, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Becky Lynch is going to end up winning this match.
Hey, they better do something with Trish. Raw wasted a high draft pick on her.
Yeah.
That would be 2 wasted draft picks, right?
Well, I think Edge was SmackDown or somebody. I don't know. One show, the other show, doesn't matter. That's like taking your defense and your kicker in the first 3 rounds.
This has been a bad year for Trish. This is the worst NFL picks ever. You got Bray Wyatt, who's not with us anymore. He was drafted high. You have Becky Lynch, who is and then you got Edge, who might retire next week. I mean, Randy Orton not in the game anymore right now. I mean,
wait a minute. Does it really matter? LA Knight's what? SmackDown. Miz is Raw. They're showing up on each other's show. Does it really matter?
None of that shit matters. None of that shit matters. All right. We have the United States Championship, Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. I think. I'll give you what I think in a minute. Go ahead, Ricky. Give me your thoughts on this.
I'm thinking Theory's getting the title back. I don't care about this match. I really don't. Rey Mysterio is old as hell now. I mean, I don't like Theory. He needs to just go away, have his gimmick flushed, and come back with something new. So I'm going with Theory. I don't give a shit about this match.
Scotty?
See, I disagree. Like, I agree with you on Ray. Ray is old, but I love Austin Theory. I love his gimmick. I always have. The guy can talk. The guy like he's just looking at him. He's the kind of guy you just want to punch in the face, kind of like Jonathan Cross. You just want to punch him in the face. So I really want. I think it was a mistake for them to take the U.S. title off of Theory, just for a quick run. Ray, I don't know what that was about, because I thought they were trying to make who's the other guy in the LWO that they've been doing?
Escobar.
Huh?
Escobar.
I thought they were trying to make Escobar the next, Hispanic American champ, the Hispanic American hero, and you have Ray give him his blessing, pass the mantle on, and then they put the U.S. title on Ray, and it's like, what are you doing? I thought Escobar was the next guy in line. So, I would have rather seen Escobar in this match and Escobar versus Theory, but at this point, I want Austin Theory to win, so I'm pulling for Theory on this one.
Hunter?
The U.S. title recently has really lost a lot of credibility. It's really just I hate saying this because I loved the U.S. title when I was younger, when The Miz, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, when they were feuding over it. MVP was a great U.S. champ. It just seems like it's a prop at this point, that it's kind of just tossed around and not really fought over. But with the match, I see Mysterio retaining and holding out for a feud between him and the Judgment Day, because Dominic's got the North American Championship, Ray's got the U.S. I want more Ray and Dom. I loved that feud, and I don't care what anybody says. I want more Ray and Dom.
No. I don't want Ray
Their
and
match
Dom
was
anymore.
awesome. Their match was great.
No.
It was a great feud.
Like I said, if they're going to have one more match, it needs to be a ladder match with DNA results hanging in a briefcase and a holographic Eddie Guerrero shining down from the ceiling.
Chucky?
All right. So Escobar losing the title to Ray was kind of a surprise, as it was. Austin Theory, I've made it very clear that I don't like Austin Theory. They have pushed and pushed and pushed him. They put him over Cena at WrestleMania, a couple of years ago, whatever it is, and it still didn't. It still didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
You could put Theory over God himself, and it's not going to matter. No one cares about Austin Theory. No one. I agree with whoever said he needs to go out and come back with a different gimmick. Maybe then they'll care. But Mysterio retains the title, and I think the Mysterio versus Dom is coming. North America versus U.S., it's coming.
And don't forget Canada. That's part of North America.
Yeah, and that place is dumb. They take our good old American ham and call it bacon, bastards.
It's weird. All right, so
you'll eat it anyway.
This match is probably going to be this whole story is as stale as the cereal that Scotty eats with that spoon behind him.
Cereal don't stay around long enough to get stale with Scotty.
I don't. I think Austin Theory wins this title, but I think it kicks off a feud between Escobar and Ray. I think this is going to be the big kickoff for their feud, and then Austin Theory wins this title. I don't know where they go from here with this title with Austin Theory, because he is brand flakes. I mean, he is brand flakes.
LA Knight.
So you put him in something with LA Knight. Is he going to be able to talk LA Knight? Is he going to be able to feud with LA Knight on the mic? Absolutely not.
Well, maybe LA Knight will beat him, take his title, and then Theory can go away.
Well, I think if John Cena could not elevate Austin,
you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Austin or LA Knight's not going to. I mean, that's just
Austin Theory is not going to be elevated in an elevator. It's just not him.
Out of order.
It's just not him.
Send him to Impact.
Ooh.
Oof.
Okay. God damn.
I mean, honestly,
fuck, you hate this
honestly,
guy. God.
his person. I mean, to me, and I said this in the truck with you the other day, Jason.
Yeah, girl.
It's like putting a piece of bread in a bowl of milk. That's his personality to me.
Yeah.
It's just nothing there.
He's been good.
And
Like when
remember,
he was in the way with NXT, he was good. Like he was good. That whole faction was good. He was good as a
in the way.
he right. He's just not a as a player. He as a part of a team. He's good. It's kind of like with Judgment Day. If you break up Judgment Day, which one of those four stars are going to fall off the map and disappear?
probably Finn Balor. I hate to say it. Finn's gone.
most likely Finn.
He's the oldest, I think.
But he had a run. At least he had all that before.
Yeah, he had a run. So,
but as that team is keeping Finn, what's the word?
Relevant.
There you go. Relevant.
Yeah, again, when they were doing the way on NXT, Austin Theory was funny. He was part of a group. They fed off each other. It was great. But when he separated,
maybe that's what he needs. Maybe he needs to find a tag team partner.
I feel like he just needs to find a faction or someone to roll with to feed off of.
Put him in the way or put him with Los Lotharios and them idiots. That would be perfect for him.
Put him with Grayson Waller. They look damn near the same.
Yeah. See, that's not a great match because Grayson Waller and LA Knight. What a great feud that would be.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay to see that, and I have. I'm sure. So, all right. So we're all on the Austin Theory kick here, or no?
No, I say Rey
Mysterio
Mysterio
retains.
Okay, Mysterio retains. All right. Well, what the fuck do I know? Anyway, all right. We got undisputed tag team. Are we sick of the undisputed bullshit?
I am.
Can we just get 2 belts?
Yeah.
Like Kevin hurt his shoulder. I don't think it was from wrestling. I think it was from carrying his fucking belts.
Roman had to get a whole nother guy to hold his belt.
Yeah. So we got the undisputed tag titles: Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Steel City Street Fight. I completely forgot this was in Pittsburgh. Right down the street. Right down the damn street. Damn.
Yep.
So, what say you, Chucky and Manson, owner and proprietor of ATCW, money-making machine at wrestling? What say you about this street fight? You're getting ready to have a street fight at ATCW next month.
Yeah, we are. Here's my. I think Finn being the only one in Judgment Day without a title is a good story. Putting these belts on them doesn't allow that story to happen. But I don't know why. I think Judgment Day wins the titles.
Okay, Judgment Wednesday. Scotty, we haven't heard from you since the spoon incident.
So, I mean, again, I love Judgment Day, and I love what they're doing. I am afraid of what they're going to do with Priest, but that's a whole nother story. We can discuss it another time. But
perhaps in the near future. Perhaps in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm praying to God that they break Finn off and not Priest and keep Priest, Rhea, and Dom all together. But again, story for another time. But I agree with Chucky that I don't think that having Finn be the only one without a title is making that whole thing, or having Priest has got the Money in the Bank, Dom's got the North American, and Rhea's got the women's title. Keeping Finn without a title makes it a lot more interesting because it's like, okay, he's got nothing. What are they going to do with him? But honestly, here's the thing: I honestly don't see Sammy and even though they've cooled off a lot since WrestleMania, I don't see Sammy and Kevin losing the tag team belts. So I'm calling Sammy and Kevin to retain on this one.
On Facebook, we have a guy named Zach Goins. I think his name said he eats guys like Hunter Cole for breakfast.
Oh boy,
that's because he's 7'20".
He's a
weighing
big mofo.
400 pounds.
He is a big mofo.
My
and he's
man
shaped
needs
like
to eat a buffet a day just to keep that body going. My man can ride every roller coaster in the theme park. Man is so tall. Rain hits
He's a
him
Twizzler.
first.
So wait a minute, what did you say his name was?
Zach
What?
Goins or Gowans.
Zach Gowan is in the one-legged wrestler. Zach Gowan.
Nah, this
Oh.
guy's legs are long enough for 6 people.
No, the other one-legged wrestler.
No, he wrestles like he has one leg. That's the difference. Why am I shooting on this guy? Zach, my services are not needed at ATCW at this time. So if you need a manager, I am available.
Shit.
Boo.
All right, Hunter, what do you got here?
I'm going to say Sammy and Kevin retain through, if I had to guess, I say Priest goes for hitting someone with the case and hits Balor, and that leads to everything going kaput.
Another case shot?
Yep.
Agreed.
Because that's been the point of the whole feud or whatever's going on with Priest and Finn. It's this case. Use the case. Don't use the case. Use the case. Don't use it. So I think it's going to get used on them, and that'll be the blow up.
All right, Ricky.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Sammy and KO here. I agree with Chucky that keeping a belt off of Finn is a smart move, and it keeps the Judgment Day collapse going forward. And I will have more on this when we get to our world title match in a bit.
Gotcha. Ooh. All right, so when it comes to chasing a belt, that's where the story is. That's where the money is. The chase. And ever since Sammy and Kevin won those world tag titles, undisputed titles, whatever you want to call them, they have been stagnant, right? They are boring. It's not fun. It's not cool.
Everybody with a tag title seems to get hurt anyway, and they've been both nursing injuries for quite some time. Their only real big pop was when they were over in
Toronto,
Saudi, when Sammy came out dressed as Jesus.
Yeah. So again, I think and this happens a lot. Guys do that. It'll take a year or 2 years before Cody ends up winning a title. When he wins a title, now the real story begins. Like when you win a title, now the real story begins. The real meat of everything you do. Because what do you have? You have everything. Chuck?
Real quick. So, and I'm going to put this in real life situations. When you're chasing that girl and you're courting her and you're doing all of that, that's the excitement. Once you get her, it just levels off. Some people don't need a belt to be elevated. Some people need to fight for a belt to get elevated. And I've watched it. I've watched it at ATCW. I've watched it everywhere where someone gets a belt and then they are nothing.
Right.
The money is in the chase.
Yeah. So, and it's what you do with it once you get it. So, and I don't
Judgment
think
Day wins.
I'm going with Judgment Day. I want the Judgment Day. I want the Judgment Day to hold every belt. I want them to hold every. I want them to hold every belt, and I want this JD McDonough to get involved somehow and cause a bunch of tension and have the Judgment Day break up. Maybe the tag titles, those guys break up because of JD McDonough. But for right now, I want all Judgment Day to hold every belt because right now the Roman story is kind of on the back burner. They're holding on that, and this is the biggest thing in WWE right now is Judgment Day. So we have Women's World Championship match: Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Consueco.
Yeah. Tequila Taco Bell. I'm going to give you my opinion. I already said it. I want Judgment Day to hold every belt. I think this is the first match in their feud. So yeah. I see their feud going for a few more months, maybe to beginning of the year. What is it?
Royal
Rumble. So we'll see where it goes from here. But I think Rhea gets out of this match somehow, but just by the skin of her teeth.
Yeah.
So, Scotty.
I'm going Rhea all the way.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how, but I think I can say skin of her teeth too. I mean, it definitely. You don't want a decisive win over Raquel if you want to keep this going for a while, but you do need something where she does win in enough of a convincing manner, but at the same time, Raquel still looks good and they can keep the feud going. But yeah, I'm calling.
This will be the one where I think Dirty Dom gives the assist and helps Rhea escape with maybe not a clean victory, but a victory. I'm also going Rhea.
Hunter?
I'm going Rhea, but this has been the first person.
Your name's not Hunter, but okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
You're okay.
I'm going with Ripley also, but Raquel's the first person who legitimately could go power-wise with Rhea.
Yeah.
I don't think they use Dominic yet. I think that might be down the road a little bit. But honestly, between the mic skills and all of that, I think this is the only person in that only female in this locker room who can even, in my opinion, even hold a candle to Ripley right now.
Hunter?
I'm saying Rhea. She's too hot right now, and I don't mean that in the other way.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, she is.
She is.
Everyone loves Rhea right now. I think to
Who's
beat
this
her
fucking
down
Rhea
would
chick?
hurt.
Who's Rhea? Is that her cousin?
It's Rhea.
Oh, it's Rhea.
Rhea.
He's speaking West
Rhea's
Virginia.
hotter than Scotty's
Rhea.
phone.
Why don't you? I need you to take that belt and undo it a little bit. Just come up a just it's not so tight. It's coming off circulation to your brain. Go ahead.
He's speaking West Virginian.
But yeah, Rhea wins. Rhea retains.
All right. All right, final match. We got the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke or Shitstain, whatever you want to call him. Shinsuke Nakamura. Finally, they gave Shinsuke a legitimate match, right? A legitimate something to do.
And a voice.
And a voice. It might be AI, but it's a voice. Wow. So Chucky, who do you have in this match here?
Man, I think it would be a great story to watch Shinsuke win, and his. I think by turning him heel has allowed so much more for him, and allow him to cut his promos in Japanese and all of that. I think. I mean, to be honest with you, why not? Why not Shinsuke?
Why not?
I believe Seth is going to win, but it would turn WWE on its ear to put him as the champ for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scotty?
I mean, I have mixed feelings about this match because I'm not a big fan of this, tertiary world title and stuff like that. Like, Roman Reigns is the champion. That's like, to me, this title that Seth got is now the equivalent of the IC title and stuff like that. What the IC title used to be many, many years ago. But, so it's great that Seth got it. It would be interesting to see Shinsuke win it, but I agree with you to see Shinsuke turn heel or to continue to be a heel and really cut his teeth as a heel champion would be interesting. But I don't know what it does for Shinsuke because again, it's a tertiary title. It really means the belt means nothing. It's just a belt that they created to make to give somebody else a chance to have something to do.
Gotcha.
Kind of like the belt they created for CM Punk.
Exactly.
Or the show they created for CM Punk.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that. But no, it's we'll see what happens. I'm gonna if I in my gut, Seth's gonna win it, but I would love to see, like Chucky said, I would love to see Shinsuke take it. But in my head, I think they're gonna keep it on Seth. So.
In your gut is a box of ramen. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ricky. Give me your.
So I'm definitely going with Seth. in this match, but I'm also going to call the Damian Priest cash in to win the world title. Rhea made a threat, more or less, last week saying that the Judgment Day better win some gold at this pay per view. I don't see Damian and Finn winning the tag titles, but I see Damian cashing in and getting the world title, and now Finn is your odd man out in the Judgment Day with no title.
Gotcha. Hunter?
I say the skin of his teeth. I think Shinsuke destroys that back, and then, like what my man says, Damian Priest cashes in while Seth's all messed up.
Hunter, I am with you, bro. That is exactly what I think is going to go on. Looks like we lost Scotty.
He needs a ice pack.
He went to go get the ramen. There he is. I totally agree. I think Shinsuke is going to destroy him. He's going to beat him down. There's going to be something happen where, set like a quick roll up or something. Something's going to win this match. But Damian is going to cash in this Money in the Bank, and we are going to get senior heavyweight champion of the world. I'm with you. I'm with you guys. So
I never even thought about that, but that's a good line.
Hunter, you're a smart kid for only being 26, except for the whole bullshit with the Miz.
You're catching on there.
Well, if Damian and Finn lose the tag titles, but it's Finn's fault, and then Damian cashes in and wins on his own, that adds more to it's Finn. It's not us, it's Finn.
And that goes to my story of him the only one not having a belt.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Yep.
I don't care what Jonathan Cross says about you, Hunter. You're a smart kid.
Thank you very much. I hate Jonathan Cross so much.
I like Jonathan Cross. I just don't like his talent.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't like the guy either. Honestly, I gotta look at him in the mirror all the time. But he's a one hell of a dresser. All right, let's go on to AEW All In card. Now we have a semi card here because they're gonna add 37 more matches before the end of the night.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, CM Punk got into another fight.
let's get through this. So we got first match. We got Luchasaurus, who is the champion or isn't the champion? Who knows?
I'll be honest with you. I really don't even give a shit about this pay per view. It looks like crap.
Yeah, this looks like what's the Friday night show?
Rampage.
This looks like a Rampage show.
They had a pay per view last week. They don't need one week later. It's stupid.
No, I think it's absolutely dumb that they're doing this, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, we got Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin for the AEW TNT title. Chucky Manson, fire it off here.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm drained. Who did you even ask about? Because Darby Allin.
It's Darby Allin and Luchasaurus. We're going to zip through these. I see you starting to fade into your chair there. So
no. I'm kind of looking. I'm looking the card up. Sorry. Let's go Darby Allin.
Okay, Darby Allin. Scotty?
Darby.
All right, Darby. You can tell who watches AEW and who doesn't watch AEW. That we're a little bit less precise on our picks. So, Ricky?
I'm going with Darby, and again, I just don't give a shit.
Got you. Okay. Hunter?
Darby, and I actually care a little bit.
There we go. Give me something, Hunter Cole.
With Swerve and Sting. I think the match with Swerve and Sting really set the fans back on Darby, putting him back in their view a lot more. Luchasaurus and Christian it's a great, weird kind of Dr. Frankenstein and the monster kind of thing. But Christian's doing his own thing with the TNT title. So I don't see Luchasaurus getting a win without some type of interference. And with Darby Allin having Sting, I think Darby gets the win.
I like it. I'm also going with Darby to get the win and then Jon Moxley to take the belt off of him on Wednesday.
No, Moxley's going against Orange for the international title.
Yeah, he's going to carry them all. He hates Darby too. He hates Darby, hates Orange. He doesn't like emos. That's basically what it comes down to. He doesn't like emos.
Swerve is supposedly nursing an injury as well.
Yeah, because
He got
Sting stepped on his hair in that the
and
coffin
crushed
match.
his fingers in the coffin.
Update ESPN draft coming up in 1 hour.
Yeah.
I got the number 1 draft pick. Did you see that?
No, where am I at?
I don't even know. What is your team called? Favre Dollar?
$5 foot long.
You are pick number 8.
That's where I want to be.
How many teams?
12.
12.
Oh, damn. 8 is horrible, bro.
No,
You either want
I either want
you either
five-
want
I want
1
5
or
and 8.
12.
I want 12. I'm trading 12. Anybody, the 12 guy, you want to get rid of number 12? You want to go number 1? I'm with you.
I
bro.
love 1 or 12
And we
in a
need to
snake draft.
Zip through these damn things here.
I've only ever had the number 1 pick.
We got a draft in like
2
55
times.
minutes, and I got
Sorry.
to still get ready for work.
Okay. All right. Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley, AEW International title. Hunter, who do you got?
I got Cassidy. Cassidy over. I think Moxley does the. I think he finally cares. I think Cassidy finally cares in a match when he has to against a big name and a big guy like John Moxley, and I think he wins clean, actually wrestling.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. All right. Chucky.
Moxley.
Okay.
Boo.
Scotty the Body.
Moxley, and I've got a side bet of Moxley bleeding in 2.5 minutes in the match.
I'll take the under. Ricky.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah, same. Moxley and under 2.5.
Under 2.5.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy here. I think John Moxley has, for what it's worth, he's in some shit matches where he's bleeding all the time. The whole Skewer thing on Sunday was fucking wild. I think Moxley is one of those guys that loves to put guys over. Right? He does not care about the belt. He just loves to put guys over.
He's gonna beat the absolute dog snot out of.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what it's all about for him. He doesn't care if he wins, just as long as they mix blood and they all end up with hepatitis C.
And the guy earns it. The guy earns that belt in the ring if Moxley's going to put him over.
Yep, and then he loses it on Dynamite. Anyway, Chris Statlander. Hey, welcome back, Chris Statlander. The champion versus Ruby Soho for the AEW TBS title. What say you, Ricky?
Give me Statlander. They're still not going to put Ruby over.
Gotcha.
For her to lose the belt.
Gotcha. Hunter, sorry.
Same.
All right, Tim, same. Statlander. Go ahead, Hunter.
Statlander, she's still holding the Jade Cargill championship. It hasn't meant anything since she took it off Jade Cargill. And like Chucky was saying earlier, she got one night. She won the belt. Everybody was happy. But what have we done since then? You beat the female Goldberg. We should have gone on to main events. We should have gone on to way bigger matches and bigger people. But it's still just that was Jade's belt.
Well, that's
so
just
Chris Statlander because no one cares.
I don't blame her. I blame shit booking. Scotty.
My mind just went blank.
Chris Statlander, Ruby Soho.
Yeah, I'm taking Statlander. Like Ruby Soho, they haven't done anything with her, even in the Outcasts. You know, the whole thing kind of blew up at All In. So, Statlander retains. So.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
going to
call this real quick. Huge surprise of the night. Cargill shows up.
Cargill.
Yeah.
Cargill brings the
Cargill shows up.
I like it.
I mean, she's been tweeting a lot about not coming back, so that probably means she's coming back. So I don't, I'm with you. I'm staying with Statlander. I think Ruby Soho ends up in a program versus Tony Storm, definitely Tony Storm. So Chris Statlander retains. This is her first real title defense since she's gotten the belt. So, but you know what? The women's division, it's like they don't give a fuck. It's like they just throw darts of like, all right, you win this week. So, and you win, but it has to be under 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, next match, Adam Cole, MJF, the tag team, ROH tag team champions.
We don't know who they're facing.
We don't know who they're facing yet.
A battle royal tonight on Rampage to see who's going to face them. I almost see this being the King. Was the Kingdom?
Yes.
Not the Kingdom. Yeah.
You talking about Mike Bennett and
Bennett
Taven.
and
Matt Taven.
And I could see, I could see that and Roddy helping them get the titles off of Cole and them already.
Yeah.
That or Aussie Open wins the Battle Royal and goes back to re-challenge for their tag team titles. So,
Gotcha.
but I'm calling. I honestly, I think I put my money more on Aussie Open winning it, or like winning the Battle Royal tonight. So.
Gotcha. Hunter.
And
We lost
Hunter.
him again.
We can't hear you, Hunter.
You're on mute, dude. Maybe.
Nope. I think just no. We see you.
We see you. We can't
Back
hear
out.
you.
Back out. Come back in. Back out. Come back in. Chucky, who do you got?
I mean, I don't know who they're wrestling, so let's just say MJF and Cole retain. I don't know.
Yeah. Before he gets back, I'm going to say MJF and Cole because this is the big story right now. Keeping everybody happy with these guys having the belts or keeping the belts maybe gets everybody's mind off of CM Chump. So we'll see. Hunter Cole, welcome back. Who do you got in this match? Whoever versus whenever. The Orange Cassidy match of the night.
I better than you, baby, because I didn't see them getting the Ring of Honor title. I don't see a point of making your world champion the tag champ as well. So I say they retain because Tony Khan loved it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Well, honestly, that being the first match of the night, they wanted that crowd. That crowd was already on its fucking ear anyway. They wanted that crowd to be even more hype. So yes, Adam Cole and MJF. Everybody's waiting for the turn. But when's it going to happen? And they're going to continue to tune in until it happens, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But they're the hottest thing going on right now. They are the bloodline story of AEW. So we got Samoa Joe, the king of TV, by the way, versus Shane Taylor for the ROH World Television title. Chucky?
Samoa Joe probably in the second fastest match of the night. He's going to kill him.
Gotcha. Have you ever seen Shane Taylor?
Nope.
He's as big as Moses.
Yeah, dude's a beast.
He's jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked. He's like fat. He's got a big fat ass on him. He's just he's a big blubber. But he's big. We had Moses in, so he's probably got Moses by 30 pounds. Yeah. So
I still think Samoa Joe kills him.
Okay. Scotty?
I agree. Samoa Joe kills him, but I will say that it will take probably a little bit longer than Chucky's thinking, just because, again, these are two big bulls. So it's gonna be a hard hitting match, even if it is fast. So Samoa Joe to win.
Gotcha. Ricky?
I'm on the fence with this. I want to say Joe, but also I could see them taking that ROH TV title off of Joe for now. Probably Tony Khan hoping that something gets resolved with dumbass Punk so they can keep the Joe and Punk storyline going, or feud going. So I'm going Punk. I mean, I'm going Joe, but I can
going Punk.
Yeah.
Mr. Cole?
I say Joe, but I've seen Shane Taylor. I loved Shane Taylor when him and Shane Taylor Promotions had the Ring of Honor Trios Champions, or the 6-man tag, whatever they call it there. And
Trios.
like you said,
Trios.
Shane Taylor's a bigger dude. Sorry?
Trios.
Shane Taylor's a bigger man. I don't think it's going to be a quick match. I think they are going to beat the heck out of each other over this title, and it's going to be a classic big meaty men slapping meat match. But I got Joe.
Okay, girl.
I got all excited because I thought you said Cheerios.
Scotwing got the spoon. I'm with Hunter. I love Shane Taylor. To me, they don't show enough Shane Taylor for ROH. I really liked the faction when he was with Moses and he was with was it Khan?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Khan. I like those three guys together, but Shane Taylor is a talker. I think he can go toe to toe on the mic with Samoa Joe. I don't watch a lot of Ring of Honor, so I don't even know that this match has really been promoted. But yes, I would love, as much as I'd love to see Shane Taylor win this, I can't see it. I mean, I think Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe retains here, and there will be 11 other matches added onto the card.
I saw.
Oh, wait a minute, we do have some other matches added on.
Yeah, Miro and Hobbs.
Oh, okay. So we got FTR versus. Wait a minute. After beating
FTR and the Bucks against the Bang Bang Ass Boys.
Got you. Oh yeah,
The
Bullet Club
Golden
Gold. Bullet Club Gold versus Cash versus FTR. Right?
No, it's Bullet Club Gold and the Ass Boys against FTR and the Bucks. 8-man match.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yeah.
What a mess that's
gonna
be.
Bullet Club Gold, yeah, FTR versus Young Bucks, and versus Young Bucks and FTR. Yeah, what the fuck ever. Anyway, I'm gonna say since Bullet Club Gold did really well on Sunday, they do not win this match.
Yeah, I'm going with FTR and the Bucks.
Gotcha. Colt?
With the Bucks not shaking the hands of FTR after that championship match, I see Bullet Club Gold going over and them continuing the FTR and Bucks feud. No. If Wheeler can stay out of jail.
Yeah.
He's not. He didn't have his court date until next year, so we'll figure it out in February.
Okay.
Scotty, I know you love the Young Bucks.
I'm honestly going FTR and the Bucks. I mean, I hear what.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense, but just coming off that, pretty okay match for what they had at All In, I think FTR and the Bucks are going to ride that.
Another Bucks match. That's all it was. It was a Young Bucks match.
Yeah, it wasn't even the best. It wasn't even the best Young Bucks match. We've seen better.
Yeah, I know.
The one they had in the cage with Penta and Ray Phoenix. That might have been the sickest match I've ever fucking seen. So. All right. Okay. Who did you pick, Chuck?
I'm going to take FTR and the Bucks, but you need like 8 boxes. You're going to need like 8 boxes on the screen to watch everything. Half the stuff ain't going to be seen because everybody's going to be doing their flippity doodah stuff, and no one's going to be able to see it because there's 8 people in there, and it's going to be 4 different fights. So I don't. To be honest, I don't care. The Young Bucks,
guns up.
The Young Bucks aren't going to get a warm welcome. I can tell you that much.
Guns up. All right, we got Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita. This is the first match, and I'm sure this is going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, Takeshita got the roll up on Omega at All In, so I'm going to go Omega here to get the win and continue this.
So if Mega wins this, isn't that it though? I mean, wouldn't that be it?
No, 1-1.
Okay. Well, I don't know. This is boring. I don't know. Cole, what do you got here?
I don't care match.
Yeah. What do you got here?
Same opinion as the Young Bucks. You've seen one Kenny Omega match. You've seen them all. He does a million dives. He does stupid moves where he lands on his freaking neck. And there's no story other than, wow, that was a great match. And I'm done. If they're going to feud, Takeshita gets it when Kenny goes after Don Callis for getting involved. But I see Kenny Omega going, no, I win here.
This breaking news, Hardway Wrestling breaking news, pizza cutter news right here. Hunter Cole is going to add a Snapdragon suplex to his arsenal.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Done. Who you got here, Scotty?
I'm actually calling Take a Shit to win.
Because you love Kenny Omega. I can see it.
Yeah. I want Take a Shit to win this one.
Gotcha.
But I think Hunter's right. I think Omega's going to pull a Hulk Hogan and say, I win this one. He's probably going to pull a Hulk Hogan.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
Well, no, he's going to pull a Hulk Hogan in the Shawn Michaels feud and say, I win the first one, then I win the second one, then I win the third. But yeah.
I'm not a fan of Kenny Omega, but I think this takes match of the night.
Oh, okay. It
I
could
agree.
because
I agree.
Takeshi's really good. Takeshi's really
And
good.
to be honest with you, instead of that stupid trios match at All In, they should have had this match, a one-on-one match. These two.
Exactly. See, you're
Yeah,
not as dumb as you look.
they they were just trying to shoehorn guys on their show. All right, this right here is going to be the match that I think is going to be the match tonight. We got Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
This will be a banger.
This is gonna be a hard hit match.
Yeah.
This guy. So Cole, what do you got? Who you got in this match?
The fans. That's who I got in this match.
There you go.
Everyone
There you
wins
go.
with
Come on,
this
Mike.
match.
Come on,
I don't
Michael
think
Cole.
I don't think it matters who gets pinned or who gets their hand raised. I feel like both guys come out looking great after this match. I'm gonna give it to Miro, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hobbs powered it out.
Gotcha.
I
Scotty.
agree with Michael Cole.
Michael Cole. The fans win. You know who wins? You at home.
Now, I'm going to call a surprise, like a surprise upset. I'm going to call Powerhouse Hobbs to beat Miro because I really feel like this might be the way to break Hobbs out. I think my issue right now with Hobbs is they've got him in this whole QT Marshall bullshit. They need to break him away from that, get him in a situation where he's either on his own or he's got he's got a manager to do his talking for him or something like that if he can't do his promos, but get him into a situation where he's away from all the distractions and the other AC and just let him do him. Let him be exactly what he says he is. Powerhouse Hobbs. Beat the daylights out of people, but this is going to be two big bulls, and I would love to see Powerhouse go over, so I'm going to call Powerhouse.
Mira's hot wife could come back to Forsaken him and go with another big black guy.
That's what we get. We get a Bobby Lashley sighting. Chuck.
Miro.
You got Miro. Who'd you pick, Rick?
I got Miro.
I'm going with Miro here, but I believe that Powerhouse Hobbs drops him on his stack of dimes, his neck made of sand, multiple times. So, yeah. So anyway, that's it for our review here. We've been here a little over an hour now, about an hour, almost an hour and a half. So, please make sure you go.
I feel like we're forgetting about 80 more matches.
I'm sure, but at this point, I'm so sick of looking at Chuck. I mean, the more and more he's like, he was real high in the beginning, and then he's starting to fade down. Like we just see the top of his fucking head.
Yeah, it's like Scotty.
That 11. Let me sit up. That 11 to 7 shift is getting me, bro.
I don't know why your back hurts.
It's from your ass all around.
Okay, I knew if I threw a softball, you'd hit one of them with that spoon.
Scotty,
anyway.
go fill up your kiddie pool with cereal.
All right, if you caught the video, if you caught the video today, please go like, subscribe, ring the bell. That way, you know that we're on here. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're coming to a podcasting service near you very shortly. Hunter Cole, thank you so much for joining us.
Hunter Cole, turn sideways so you disappear.
Congrats. Don't put the window up. We don't want you blowing off the couch.
If I had a nickel for every time I was to eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
Man, you have to run around in the shower to get wet.
Yeah, Hunter, appreciate you coming on today. I know you got lots of stuff going on. You got a baby there you got to take care of. I'm pretty sure that you gave them NyQuil like I used to do to my kids when they were younger. It works. They'll sleep for hours.
Thank you so much for having me.
They might end up being addicted to gambling later on in life, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the NyQuil. But thank you. Congratulations on winning. Chuck gets it.
The worst part is I know you, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So congratulations on winning your title there, your first singles title. But you've been single, not being able to get laid for years, so it should be pretty close to the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody else, thank you so much for joining. Make sure
Make sure
again.
you like and subscribe, mother suckers.
Please do that. And there will be a petition going around to get Jonathan Cross reinstated to the ATCW roster. So, horseshit.
I'll take a vote right here. Wait, let me take a vote. There's 5 of us here. I'll stay out of the vote, and Jonathan Cross will stay out of the vote. Who wants Jonathan Cross reinstated? Drinking through a straw. I'm wearing a
You
diaper.
don't want that smoke.
He's stoned, so he got plenty of smoke for you.
That's
He
for
might
sure.
give you a dummy right before the match.